Welcome, thank you for joining. This is All Signs. So we'll be doing a love reading and what your person thinks about you at the moment, what's going on. If there's anything else that comes up, money-wise, career-wise, I also will add that into the reading, but my main focus is always love and relationships. So if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining. And please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this. Okay, so in no particular order, I've shuffled the cards and we'll be starting off with Cancer, the Chariot card. Okay. Doesn't want to stay up. Okay. Okay, your two words today are confident and joy. Okay. So I feel like you make this person happy. They see the joy in you and it reflects on them. And they love that you have confidence and that, you know, you're confident in how you speak or what you do, and they like that, okay? So they're your two words. I'm not going to bother reading the paragraphs because mix it up a little bit. So joy and confident is there. I'm going to do 3 and then 3 clarifying, and then my number theme I keep seeing is 3 today. Sometimes it's 4, you know, just see a number or feel it. But I'm doing 2 of these. That didn't make sense, but with that one it makes 3. So the 2 of these are already shuffled, so I'm not shuffling this pile anymore. So any star sign that comes along, I will be just taking it off the pile. These ones have been shuffled. So we have the letters R and A for you, Cancer, okay? This could be a person that you're interested in, or a person that, you know, is referring to the joy and confident part. It could be the initials of the person, or it could have those letters in their name, okay? So just keep that one there. And then we also have a return of an ex-person, okay? They could have those letters in their name, but somebody might be coming back from your past, or you could be thinking about them, but they're saying that they may try and make a return, okay? It could be the fact that your ex might miss the joy that you brought to their lives, or they're wanting to rekindle. I'm not sure if it's something that you're considering, but it could also mean that this influence could have an effect with these letters on the person of why they haven't come towards you. Judgment in reverse. The 9 of Swords. And the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so you could be dealing here with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy with the Pentacles, and there's also Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel like someone's having the wrong kind of judgment on you in a situation. They've seen you as being unfair. It could be in finance, it could be in something that you've done. They're concerned for you. It could be they're up at night, or you know, they're all in. They're not in reverse to you guys. They're in reverse to me because I'm the reading them. I don't want to get confused and like put them that way for you and me like say the wrong thing, so I'd rather them face me. Yeah, so it's saying that the judgment is off in how they feel. So they might have a big ego, or they might be just blaming things on you when it's them. It seems like the judgment isn't correct as to what's going on, but if you care for this person, or you know who I'm talking about, maybe just try to communicate, or instead of ignoring it, they're just going to keep having these preconceived thoughts about you, so it might be best to address it if it's bothering you. If you're trying to get on and move on, or you don't really think that it's worth the effort to rekindle with this person, that's just what's being told to you, that's really how they've left being felt. Maybe they feel like you've stolen, or there's money problems, or you're doing things that they don't approve of, gossiping or whatever. But we're going to clarify. Tell me more about the judgment for the Cancer. Okay. This person's very fiery, and they could be younger than you. I feel like they just come in and put their opinions, and they come in all confident and exit as quick as they come in, sort of. Like, I don't think that there are a person in your life that isn't always missing somehow or something. I feel like they've got a lot to say, but they're a little bit ignorant when it comes to how they say it. Clarify the Nine of Swords for Cancer. Everything's in reverse. Oh, okay, but it's towards them, so don't feel down about that. Three of Pentacles telling me that they don't appreciate things that you do even when you do them right. Okay, that's all about craftsmanship and observing what's great and admiring it and giving you that appreciation that you deserve. It's like there's a smear campaign against you or something. Even if you did something right, they're just not into it. They'll find some fault in your work or your speech or your text message or anything that you do. So they're pretty harsh on you. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. No, one's upright for once. Cancer, if you've had some money problems lately, or you haven't been fair with your money, or you've spent it on things you should have spent it on, he's upright, okay? So I feel it's, even though you are a cup, I feel like the pentacle is representing that money problems and ways to save or better options, or, will come forward, because this King of Pentacles upright is really good with the cash, really good with business, really good with helping and getting things done financially. They're like the banker of the whole place, you know what I mean? So I feel like money, if there was money troubles here, it will come good. If somebody owes you something as well, it could be that it's going to be sorted also. But I just feel like the first card, it could be a horrible boss as well, like it's not showing you or promoting you currently, because usually the present cards are the middle ones. But I haven't really thought this as a past, future, present sort of energy. I've just been doing the number 3 in particular, but this card here is upright, and it tells me that you will get that recognition and that pay or that situation handled better, and just be wiser with your money. Some of you could be frightened to love again, or put yourself out there, put your heart on the line. Okay? Unfortunately, for some of you, there is still going to be some red flags around you, and because when I was reading, I got this feeling that the letters here could have been an interference in someone or something returning to your life. Okay, this person, this energy, these initials, this could have the red flag. R could stand for red flag. But yeah, it's just, for some reason I thought, these are the initials of the people that you love, or something. But I just got this feeling that this could be the blockage of something. Some of you can relate to that. Comment if you can. And then we have forgiving and learning and safe for you to love. So you might have your red flag moments, but you hold a lot within that kind of sits there and like in the pit of your stomach and like grumbles and like resents or represses, and you don't realize that you're doing that, and that could create health problems of some sort. You have to sort of get it out. That's why I said, like, communicate with that person if they've got the wrong idea. It's safe for you to love, so open your heart And you can't do that unless you forgive. Okay? Who cares? You can spot a red flag. You've been through enough red flag moments, okay? Don't let that stop you from love, is the message there for you. 3 more of these. This has like been the longest, guys, that I haven't done tarot. Okay. I feel like there's going to be an energy that wants to keep you on the down low and have discretion, because we have discretion, curiosity, and commitment here. So I feel like you're going to be curious as to why they won't want to commit, or why you feel like you're a booty call, or what's with the privacy. Do you have other partners? Do you have family, a secret husband or wife, or you're embarrassed of me? Like, I feel like someone's going to have to go through that kind of conversation. If you're seeing someone and they're being really sneaky, maybe find out as to why they're wanting to keep it private. Or you could be wanting to and they're wanting to know why, and they might be thinking that you're ashamed of them. You know, it could be reverse roles there. Okay. We have I like you, the Phoenix, and the Camera card. I'm seeing that as in someone wants to have some fun, and maybe that's why they want to keep it private. They don't want anyone knowing their business, but they like you, someone likes you, romance could bloom. And then we have a perception and learning from the past. So there we go again with the forgiving and learning, perception. I feel things are going to be a little bit doubtful at times, but you have to have that confidence. The person that is liking you thinks that you're confident, but sometimes I feel it's an act in a way, because you need to get things that you hold within sorted. Okay? But you are learning from the past. You're wanting to make new memories. I just think that you're afraid to take that step forward. And you could be preoccupied with a blockage or some kind of person that's stopping you from that kind of connection there. Thank you for listening, Cancer. Okay, next up we have Aquarius with the Star card. Welcome. 2 words here. Breath and self-love are your words. I feel like you take away your person, like their breath, like you're breathtaking to them, and they love how you have self-love for yourself and how confident you are. I feel like you don't know that this person feels this way because they don't tell you how they feel. You might see it in some glimpses or something, but they don't exactly express themselves. Like, you know, you might be able to relate to that a little bit, because air signs don't really say what's on their mind. They're thinkers more than explainers, I should say. But yeah, that's how an energy or a person, or your person, whichever, is feeling and thinking towards you. We have going crazy. So your 2 cards here, and we have chef/hospitality. Okay, so whether your person is in that industry, or you know, hospitality industry, or is a really great cook or something, it could just be a clue to that. But they're going crazy about you. Like I said, they find you breathtaking and they admire that, but they may be, you know, they might even, it could just even mean to me like they want to take you out to dinner, or they want to have a meal with you, or get to know you if it's not somebody that you're already seeing. My written cards are really random, but yeah, we have going crazy, how they feel towards you, like you start something, ignite something inside them. Okay, not in a serial killer way, but in a nice, loving way. Let's have a look. Judgment upright. Eight of Wands. Ten of Cups. Okay. There could be some pressure from family or something as to why you haven't gotten married or why you haven't done... There's some judgment going on, and I think it might not be from your person, I feel. It could be from their person. They could be saying, like, why haven't you asked this girl or boy? And it could be towards you, but I feel like there's some family pressure of some sort as to why a person hasn't had their completion in love. Okay? You think that they're not doing this, and then, like, it's pointing towards them in reverse, so they've got some negative thoughts on, like, that situation. If you went through something traumatic or sad, it's almost like some people or some, I don't know if it's religion barriers, like they just believe like you should be in a commitment or in something, and you might have went through something where you've been reluctant to do that, and they still like, no, you still need a wife, or no, you still need a husband. There's sort of pressure, and that's why I'm thinking it's family. Some of you could have your actual person just wanting a wedding and wanting something, and you know, Aquarius people are quite free-spirited and independent, and it could be freaking you out a little bit. You miit feel that they're going to propose and you don't want them to. It could be that, but most of you, I feel it's like family or your person's family there. But I'm going to clarify it a bit better. There's also an energy around you that is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius with the Wands and Cups there. King of Swords. That went sideways. I'm going to put upright. Fire. A lot of fiery people. Emperor. So someone older. This is a father figure type. It could be your dad. Like I feel Aries energy, or someone older and wiser, or they think they're wiser anyway. Then we have the King of Swords. So it could be a male influence. And then Ace of Swords in reverse on top of the complaint. I feel like they don't feel you're telling the truth when it comes to why you don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend. Okay, and if this is a case where you have a same-sex marriage, or you're ashamed, or you don't want people to know this, I think that, you know, you shouldn't hide who you are. And, you know, you don't have to have a big, if your parents are strict or religious, and I don't know, there's something going through, there's a block there. They don't quite, you're being as true to people as you can be for this time. And you might be hiding things that you don't want to expose, but they kind of feel that energy is like, I feel like they don't quite trust in what you say, or like maybe if it's like your mom, they might be like, oh yeah, right, like that guy was so nice and why didn't you say yes to him? Kind of like a bad rom-com type thing, I'm feeling. That's the scenario there. But there's a lot of male influence because there's there's the Emperor and the King, and the Emperor is the King of all kings. Okay, for some of you, you could be experiencing your dad not liking your new boyfriend, and there's two egos there, or two like males that are dominant in a situation. You could be one of those energies if you're male listening. But yeah, there's going to be a bit of a clash there of some sort. So yeah, there could be an Aries energy, and we have a strong vibe of also Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra here. See, religious factors, that's what I was talking about. There's like, seems to be like a strict thing as to why you're not married, or a culture of some sort that's come through. I felt it at the start. Not for all of you Aquarius, but there's some that might be struggling with this, okay? Reconciliation. Someone from your past is wanting to return to your life. You can open your heart, and it's safe for you to love. Some of you might not approve of that person, or some of them could be pushing that person onto you, and you want to move on to someone new. It's just really coming back to differences in a family or a dynamic. Maybe it's if you don't have your family around, it could be your friends secretly not liking this energy around you, or this person, or it's like you copying judgment, and so they wonder why that you're closed off, or you don't want to discuss things. I feel it's a bit sad because you've got a lot of love to give, and you'll find that and be happy. But if this isn't right for you, then don't listen to other people. Just listen to you and what you want. You know, and don't listen to other people. But I'm telling you, reading. But you know what I mean. I did those ones. Yeah, okay, three really good keywords here for you. Richness, boldness and bravery. I'm seeing some letters R for riches and B, like in initials and stuff as well. Be brave and stand up for you and against your family, okay? There'll be richness added to your life. It will be worth the effort to search into that, but you have to stand up, because there's people that are trying to control or tell you what's right, and you may be a person that has not spoken up about that or avoided it because it does your head in, but you might need to just put these people in their place, or just be brave and bold when it comes to them. Don't let them get you down or get to you or something like that, okay? Because it's like these lines, I said I wasn't going to read the paragraphs, but I just sort of can't help skimming it a little bit here. But don't take this line down, get up and fight. And that's what I feel. I feel like there's sometimes you just give up because so many people are giving their opinions in your life. You could have a lot of siblings or a big family. It's time to reel in your warrior spirit, okay? Like I said, if you don't want to fight and stand up, just just don't let them show that it's going to affect you. And not all conflict has to be a fight, because once you put people in their place like that, I guarantee you they're not as big as they make out they are. If they get told, it's like when I'm not saying you're crazy, but it's like when a crazy person that's smaller or whatever just loses their shit and is really and then the person's like, whoa, and is a bit fearful of them. They're small, but they're they could get a blade and stab you or something. It's kind of like that energy, just show them once, just how you are, and then they will back down. They might just be unhappy in their own lives, I feel. But, I understand if it's coming from a religious perspective, then, it might be very difficult to communicate to your family or parents as to what you want, but hang in there, okay? And also Aquarius, if this reading you can't relate to because it's more zoning in on more of a personal situation, maybe for someone, that can happen, just check out Ludus, Love, and other Aquarius readings that might be more suited, okay? Last row here. The good news here is healing heart. Like I said, if they don't know the trauma that you've gone through or something, that is healing. There's a passionate person coming into your life that wants to get to know you, and it could start out by email, text, calls, an app, I don't know, but there's insane chemistry coming your way, and having fun and equally liking each other as much, okay? It doesn't matter who approves and who doesn't. It's now about you here, and it's someone is interested in conversing more with you. So if you've just met someone, or you're, starting up something, school, work, and, it might start with a few little emails, but then there'll be a chance to if you're at distance, meet up, and it's a very passionate connection. This person also could have gone through their own heartbreak and finally have the freedom from a toxic energy to start something with you. Thank you so much for listening, Aquarius. Have a great day. Next up we have Pisces. Welcome with the Moon card. That's your card. Hope you're all well. If you can see something moving in the background a little bit, that is my cat Beulah. He sat beside me. Well, first he sat on here and then sat on my spot, and I had to shuffle him down there, but yeah. Okay, let's find your 2 words out. So this is a reading for love. If anything comes out like career or money stuff, I will let you know as well. It's about what your person's thinking towards you in the situation. Okay. There's a caution here in the situation, Pisces. You might have to get to know someone, and it could also be a situation where this relationship or this person feels towards you like it could be successful, because we've got the word success here, right? But there's a caution in their own problems and their own heart because of what's happened to them. I don't actually think that they think you're a red flag. I just think that situations, sorry about that, that is so strange. So the situation is a little bit doubtful in that way, that they know that they could be something with you or it could work out. However, there's a caution in their own problem, and they could easily get triggered in situations where they feel you could be like their ex and they don't want that, or something like that. Okay, it could be how you're feeling as well, but this is mainly a reading towards them and their energy. Okay, Pisces. So we have here your two cards that I've thinking of the future. Okay, someone could be questioning whether you guys have a future, because just friends is here. Whether you've previously been friends, or someone has been friend zoned, or they think that the future would be better off as being friends, or they want to move friendship to another level. There's numerous ways to look at it, but they're your two cards there. Someone is definitely thinking about a future with you. That there's a concern, maybe you want to be just friends with them and not have a future like that. Okay, that's another way to look at it too. Please comment if you can relate to that. Okay. So just change the cards. I don't know if I've made it better or not. I couldn't see the screen properly. I don't know if I've just made it worse for you guys. Sunlight's coming through on the side. Okay. Pisces. Yeah, okay, so we have the Hermit in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles. I can't even see that. Oh shit. So, and oh, sorry, the Five of Cups. What did I say? And there's the Pentacles here. Five of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Alright, so we have a strong Virgo energy here. Plus we have Taurus and Capricorn and Virgo again. And we also have Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio. This could be how you're feeling towards the situation as well. I feel like this energy could usually be in a bachelor mode or a bachelorette type mode and is wanting a commitment. Now the Hermit's upside down. They could be a little bit lost in what they want because they're so used to being by themselves. So ultimately, if this is a Virgo we're talking about, Pisces, it is your match. Earth and water go together very well. There's just that hold up. There's that fear of like focusing on what's lost, not what you can have type thing. There's like a trigger in this person, like I said. They have the hopes of having an equal kind of partnership, but they felt like they gave so much in the past and they're triggered by situations, and they have been in this mode. But there's something in a connection, whether it's coming up or whether you have already experienced this with them, is that they are wanting it, but they're so frightened to keep that. They know it can be successful. Hello, yes. But they are reluctant in some ways, which is very frustrating, or could become frustrating for you. Right. I'm going to clarify the Hermit. Okay, you could be dealing with the King of Wands here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. There is passion, there's no denying it. It's just maybe a bit of a fear of a commitment or because of the situation of the past. Okay, clarify the Five of Cups for Pisces. Double. I love double. I love double because it means I'm on the right track here. Okay. You could both be similar in that way, like focusing on the past and not the cups filled, or it could just be this person's going through a lot and it's a little bit of depression or a little bit of sadness when it comes to their ex or a situation. Okay. Clarify the Six of Pentacles for Pisces. Regardless, there'll be an offer of love either from you or them that will step up and do that, and you won't feel as confident. It's not like a King of Cups. It is a page. It's a message that's still going to come across, but there's going to be doubts. Like, even if this person comes up and says, I know that you want to be with me and I do too, but I've got this going on. That's why I see it as a page offering. It's a little bit weak. You could be approaching it and knowing or feeling that it's not going to go the way you want, so you feel like a page, if that makes sense, because it's like a little bit awkward because you both kind of want these things, but there are things in between that are stopping that from happening, unfortunately, or will in the future. My readings are read like they've already happened, but they can be for the future as well. Okay. What else is going on for you guys? The love cards are coming out. I think this is definitely making sense now. Yeah. See, the problem is here, right? We've got separation, forgiving and learning, and pay attention to the red flags, okay? So even though this person is there, separation, it's definitely about the previous person that they're separated from. They're trying to learn, they're trying to forgive, they don't want to lose you at the same time, or they will. There's red flags there, okay? Pay attention to what's going on around you. Am I saying that he or she is with the person still? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's a lot of issues, and if you love them, I get it, you'll stick by that and go through that. But you just have to be mindful that, you know, you're not a fool and you're not dumb, and like you can see things for what they are. There's like a double notice here with the cups there. So, you know, they're trying to heal from the past. Don't think that they're not, but it's just going to take some time in this situation. So I feel like if you're single and you don't know who I'm talking about, a person's going to come into your life with a little bit of baggage. Out of all of the people of the zodiac, you guys can handle your shit. You're the oldest of the zodiac. You're an old soul. I don't know how many times I have to say this. You're so good at helping people with their problems, but not good at helping yourselves. So that concerns me a little bit. Yes, they will be happy. They'll get the best love and advice from you guys. They will, absolutely. I don't doubt that. But you can't always put yourself out there like that. I feel like a lecturing mum, but you can't do that. I'm not saying they're going to take advantage, but it's certainly not benefiting you in your future to always have to be that person, regardless if you're good at what you do. Okay? If you like that, and if you like helping little injured deers along the way when you hit them with your car or whatever, don't ask me where I got that from. But like, you can help people, that's fine if that's what you do. But yeah, I feel you need to sort of try to find somebody with it. No one's perfect, I get it, but this person needs to, I don't even know, as much as they would feel something for you if they're ready themselves, okay? And that's selfish to lead you on or hold you there. And if you're feeling these feelings, you can reverse it as well. You just have to let them go, unfortunately. That's my opinion, because I feel like there's something where that could work later. Absolutely, there's success. Maybe if you do separate, and it is for you, not the ex, you do separate and then come back when they're healed. But just the process is just the awkward, the timing is, the person is right, the timing is bad. Okay? There's going to be just so many questions surrounding it. So we have anger, breath, and curiosity. Someone is going to be pissed off, and they're going to be angry, and they're going to be breathing heavy, and they're going to be frustrated. Okay, whether it's somebody that doesn't like them, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Far out. And they're angry at you for wanting to be with this person because it's just too much hassle, or they feel you're being played. It could be your anger towards them because they've told you something and they haven't stepped up. There'll be curiosity. You're still always wondering what this person's up to and why they're doing the things that they do. Because at the end of the day, you're kind of like a psychologist of the zodiac. So you will be still curious into how they are and what they're doing, even if you do decide not to keep it going. Okay? Catch up with old friends. It's very important right now. You need a support group around you, because it's saying coffee cup and conversing with people. It's also saying looking at old photos and memories. If you're feeling of calling someone you haven't seen in a while for a catch up, it'll get your mind off things if things aren't going too well. There is a new phase coming into your life where you may rekindle with somebody, and have a changed mind about how you feel, or they could, and they could approach you as well. So I feel like maybe another energy could also be wanting to come into this situation. Friendship and advice would be really good for you right now. You're wanting new memories, but you could be stuck in the past about something right now. Thank you so much for listening, Pisces. Sorry about this sunlight here. I'm going to fix that on the pause for the next one. Take care, and I'll see you next, all signs. Okay, next up we have the Temperance card and Sagittarius. Okay, let's check out your 2 words about how your person feels towards you. The Richness card is here. It tells me sorry, I'm just checking out my headphones are in. Yeah. Alright. Hopefully that didn't cut out for you guys. The Richness card is here because they want to get to know you more. They want to search further into it, and you will add richness to their life. They're wondering if you will be interested in them as much as they're interested in you, okay? Because it's your decision whether you keep it up or going, so they feel that you have more of the power when it comes to this connection, okay? And if you don't know this person, or who has the crush on you, or it's telling you, if you're wondering who you'll end up with or who you'll be with, that you have already met them before. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have dated them before, but you do know of them or who they are. Whether it be your best friend's neighbor or the guy you see at the bus stop, I don't know, but you've seen them before, is what it's trying to say. This person is a little bit sensitive when it comes to you, or will be, because it's like the song, I love you more than I should. Because they feel that how they care for you will not be matched up, because they always feel that you care less. And it may not be true, but it's just their insecurities when it comes to you, because they just think you're like, I really don't want to say the bee's knees right now, but I feel it vomit coming out of my mouth, the bee's knees. They think you're great. What else does Sagittarius need to know in love? Whoa. Okay, so we have the King of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Emperor. What that tells me is there's going to be an offer of love. The person's confidence will come in to swing. Just because there's a lot of men here, it doesn't mean it has to be about that. It could be a same-sex marriage or connection, but it could also just mean this is just the way the story is going with men. It could be about girls, but you're dealing with an Aries or a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, or someone with water or fire in their chart. It tells me that as time goes by, because it's progressing, like we've got a youthful person that's a bit shy to offer. We've got someone who's like very loving. We've got someone who's wise and very passionate and fiery there. So it's kind of like a timeline of, if you have a concern about somebody that might be a little bit insecure, like I was saying in that scenario there, it will get better as you guys go along, okay? They will finally know that, you know, they are worthy just as much as you. Okay, this could also be representing you being a fire sign, but I feel it's towards them just progressing into like that person where they don't have to feel like you're too good for them or something like that. They're not a loser type nature that's like, oh, poor me, but they're just, you know, you amaze them, so they're a little bit intimidated. Okay. Clarify Page of Cups for Sagittarius. I see, like, it's telling me like the pain and the hurt and whatever they've gone through is over when it comes to offering an offer with you, that cycle has been completed. That betrayal, whether he betrayed, but was it like that or she or whatever, it's coming to the end of that cycle. So this baggage or this situation isn't coming into your connection. It's just been there. So there might be some scars there from that. Tell me more about the King of Cups card. Oh, gosh. And the Emperor card. They see you as having other things going on, like other suitors or other people, or a competition, or they feel like they've always got to fight for your attention. You might have a big social circle or a big family or something like that. Something kind of does get them a little bit insecure at times. Okay? And for some of you, I feel like you may find that work could be keeping you apart or, distance, but then they'll travel towards you. Everything that you want will get done. Time's not running out, because I feel like this is way later on. I feel like this is just like, it could be someone from could be a childhood sweetheart that you was like still with, or high school sweetheart, or whatever they say as well. It could be just like a lifetime line in front of me. That could be nice. But eventually, like when all of that shit subsides, there is like a completion, but there is the travel towards you or you towards them, or traveling together, being together in the end. Playfulness. Make the effort. Like I said, if you want somebody, it's going to take some time before you get the results in the end. I'm not going to say they're like as grey and old as this card, but it's just going to take a little bit of effort. Let go of your control issues as well. You can't control everything. You have to let things unfold naturally. This person is very fun, even though they have their insecurities. They're very playful. Make the effort with them. Give it a go and see how you go with them, because they do have a lot of love to give, especially once they realize that you have the same feelings back. You just might have a different way of showing that. Three of those and three of those. Okay. Resilient. Frustration. Curiosity. Okay. This person will always keep you on your toes. You'll always be interested to know where that come from. What did you say that for? That you're never going to lose interest in this energy, and I think that's why it represents a cycle of young to old. Regardless if you meet them when you're 40 and spend time with them, it will feel like you've been 8 to like 60. That's how nice it is. But there's frustration. I'm not going to lie, because it's just to get it going or kickstart and rid of problems. But the love is worth it in the end. Resilience. If you hold it together and keep it good and get over the frustrations, you'll always be curious. So I just feel it's just like a perfect cycle of life, sort of like that's what happens. Like if you both want it, it'll work. Comment if you can relate, guys. Okay. Whoop, whoop. I don't pick up ones on the floor. Wow, this twin flame connection here, the chaser and the runner, that always reminds me of that. And then a butterfly. So very opposite, but similar. It's very hard to explain. Someone is chasing, someone is running. Someone has a big ego, someone has abandonment issues. One of you is one is the other. So it will never lose its interest. Like I said, it's making you curious. You could be chasing them because you're curious, or you want stuff to happen. But after the chase, the run, everything happens. the relationship will evolve into the next phase and healing from the inner child issues and stuff and problems. Okay, so you have met this person before. They feel that they care about you more than you do, or they might chase you, and you're like, why is this person always chasing me? But you still like it in some sort of way. But your relationship will move on to the next phase, and then it will move on to the next phase. The elderly, I just feel it's like a romance of a lifetime. Okay, it's like I almost felt like I just watched The Notebook or something. It's like, thank you so much for listening. It's a very unusual reading for Sagittarius, but I feel like with most of the readings with Sagittarius, if you look at my old ones, they're always in some way thinking about someone from when they were young, or there's always the one that got away, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be disloyal or act on it if you have a partner. But when I do talk relationship, it's always someone that's dear to your heart that you haven't got forgotten in some way. And I feel like you may get to experience that with someone, or someone from the past. Because before I did this reading as well, songs come into my head sometimes. I'm sure people that watch tarot have seen other people do that. It's usually angels and guides and stuff like that. But Remember the Time was stuck in my head, and I was singing it before I played it. And I thought the next card I flip is going to be a message for them. So that someone is like, remember the time, like there's memories with someone that it's just beautiful and there for a long lifetime. That's why I think somebody's going to want to rekindle or come back that you know very well. If not, if it's a new connection, it'll just feel like that. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, and have a great day. See you next time.